Gentlemen, the time for us to honor the order of equality has come. The days of treating people differently because of their genders are over. Shawty is a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man. She can open up her own doors, change her own tires, pay her own bills. Next time you sit in a packed out waiting room and a woman walks in looking for an empty seat, don't even think about giving up yours. Those legs she's standing on are strong, independent woman legs. You offering her your seat will only offend her. Next time you see a woman carrying something heavy by herself, walk up to her and tell her that she's doing a great job. We love to see strong, independent women. Next time you're driving her home, dropping her off, listen, we don't care if Shawty lives in the hood. Fellas, we can't forget, she is a strong, independent woman. She can fend for herself. If someone tries to mug her, don't get out of your car. It's not safe out there. Let her handle it. She got this. Every time you drop Shawty off from now on, speed off as soon as she closes that car door and takes a couple steps onto the curb. We don't do this for ourselves. We do this in the name of equality. Know the game and play it well.
I think we should all take his advice on this one. Hey, strong, independent woman, equality. Hey, look, if you don't need my help, that's fine. You know, you can handle it. You're strong and independent. We'll leave it to you.
Then I guess they all decided to go to the strip club. I have something against going to a strip club alone in Vegas while hiding it from your wife.
A few weeks ago, this woman went viral for exposing her husband for cheating on her at a Las Vegas strip club, where he alleges he was drugged and can't remember anything, but he also refuses to take a drug test. A few days later, that same lady posted this.
Please, please, my life has been torn upside down. We are a one-income household. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Don't try to call my husband's place of work. This is my life. Nothing is getting solved today. Nothing's getting solved tomorrow. I have children. I'm so angry. I'm so angry at him, but please, guys, cutting off my financial stability is not it. I beg of you.
Okay, so this situation is just, it just shows how women don't know how to handle their emotions, and they make irrational decisions because of however they feel. This woman had put all of her business on the internet, and without taking a second to think how this might impact her husband and what it might do to her financial stability, she just decided to spill the beans. I don't know what you expected everyone who didn't know the full story or what really happened. All they heard was what you said, and they're going to have a reaction based off of what you said. I don't know what you expected to happen other than these people going after your husband. It's the way that people work. If you would have took a second to think, you would have realized that you were going to put him in a tough position, and you were really putting yourself in a tough position. And I don't know, like, we don't know the details. We don't know the real story behind what happened exactly, but you're just worried about your financial stability. That's all you're really worried about. Everything else could go out the door. You got kids with this man, you married this man for however long you guys have been married. And at the end of the day, it was just about your financial stability. So much so to the point that you were on camera crying and begging people not to come at him. It's just the craziness of these women today.
I've always worked ever since I was 16. And when I got married at 29, I was still working, then had the baby. But I can honestly say maternity leave, and then alhamdulillah, well, not alhamdulillah, but alhamdulillah in a certain way, we had COVID straight after. So my daughter was at home with us. Those 2 years were the best years of my life because I got to see both sides.
I remember your video. That's it.
Yeah. So I got to see both sides. I got to see the independent, working woman who was almost, I wouldn't even say almost, I was a feminist. You know, I was very for girls, do your thing, get your own money. We don't need a man sort of kind of mentality. And then getting married, having my baby, Allah put this rahmah in my heart, you know, alhamdulillah. And slowly but surely, I started to see the hard work that he was doing. And even though I'm working from home and I've still got the child, he was still working. And me looking after her and seeing her first words, and him coming home to a nice clean house with food. And then, you know, us Somalis, we love our unsi, you know, the fragrance, putting that on and just having that lovely evening. It made my heart swell. And I started to do a little bit more research into like traditional female and male roles. And that's when I started to see that I'm not seeing all of this around me. In fact, the traditional female role is pushed down and it's sort of ridiculed, and people look down on it and they're like, oh, you know, he's taking, you know, he's taking advantage of you. And that's not really the case, because where I'm going to work, I'm putting my hard work into this company. Some fat cat at the top of the company is getting all the benefit. But when I'm at home, I'm seeing the benefit in my husband and my children and my home.
And even to you.
And to me as well.
You described the happiness.
Oh my God, I loved it.
The balance, mashallah.
Particularly, you know, my maternity leave, where I actually even had to focus on work. And he would go to work, his stomach is full, he's coming home. You know, if he's in a bad mood, I can see that. I'm not trying to jump on him, because, you know, men...
This Muslim woman, she
is
very lucky.
And kind of connect, whereas for them, they want to disconnect and
when
deal
they
with
get
it.
into the feminism,
Who do they
and
have
they
to talk to?
start
They can't
going
moan
off
to their
down
friends.
that road,
They can't moan to their
it
families. They
breaks
can't
up
moan to
all
their
the
wives.
relationships
And we
that
don't
they
always
have
make
with
ourselves
men
emotion available, even
and
to
whoever's
tell
involved
them
in their life.
the
It
stress,
normally
Yes.
breaks all that up.
difficulties.
A lot of
We like
wives
had
leave
enough
their
already.
husbands.
Yeah.
and
Your
things of that
kids.
sort.
And then, and then you get some, and then you get some
Lucky
women
enough
that...
to where she was
Your
able to
kids made my life tough.
Yeah.
So your kids
It's your
did.
turn now.
was
And
able to
I join you when you said
kind
this.
of
It's
pull
only
out
when I was
before
hardworking
disaster could
and
strike the
very
family.
stressed that I understood
She's
that
very
what
lucky
it
for
takes,
that.
subhanAllah, for a man.
And
I want to come home.
I
want
don't
to have
know
some
the
meal.
details
I wanna
behind the
have
whole
calm. I
situation
wanna
and
have,
how
like,
she
you know
was
what, a
at home, but
smiling
like if you're her husband, like, you can't stand for any of this. I don't know what the details was behind that, but it is what it is. Now, but this woman, she just got very lucky, and she was able to see that, look, you being a feminist, there's no benefit to it. There's no weight. There's no good thing about being independent. It's just not smart on a woman's part. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. And this is a good thing that we were able to hear someone who was very much into feminism, especially so much so considering that she's Muslim. That's not a normal thing for Muslim women. They tend to think very highly of playing the woman's role in their household, having a husband, respecting him. So for her to be a Muslim and to say this, it makes it even more powerful that she's telling you, look, there's no benefit. There was nothing good about me being a feminist. There's nothing good about it. Women just need to understand that.